I'm just gonna start recording. Why not? I'm gonna start recording.
Yeah.
I can edit anything if we want to. So welcome everybody. We are here. We're listening to Kelvin from EarthCare Permaculture Ghana. And specifically we're going to focus on his building project with the rainwater collection, and he is currently walking on the main road and he seems like he's getting off the path. So Kelvin, I'll give it to you.
Leading to the EarthCare. This is the road to the EarthCare. And that's our center in there.
It's beautiful out there.
So here we are. Our signposts have been removed by the wind of the rain.
Oh, the sign? Yeah, I guess when you ripped it down.
Yeah, it has been dumped. Okay, so now we are here at the EarthCare, and that's the building. What we are working on currently. So maybe you start with your question. Yakini.
Sure.
Okay, my God. So this is the building that we work on. So any question now can come.
What kind of bricks and blocks are you using? Are you guys making your own brick, or are you
We are making our own brick using the land crates, the land.
Yeah.
You know, when it rains, the topsoil that wash away. So we collect it from the gutter, the gutters.
The
We collect
clay.
it from the clay, but it contains some small stones. And we also buy the sand, then the smooth sand for laying. The smooth sand is this one. That's for the laying. And we also use the smooth sand a little to mix with the rough one to make the blocks.
Right. Yeah. So that's probably the clay then. The very fine.
The fine aggregates.
Yeah. And then use the sand. You use a little bit of sand and with the clay, and probably some hay or grasses.
Actually, we don't have that special grass over here, so we don't add the grass to it. You know, I worked with an Agric Institute some years ago, and over there, even we use the cow dung for building, and a special grass from the northern region for the roof, very fine grass. But over here, we don't have that special grass over here. So we are using this, and we use the roof, the normal roof, the iron sheet. You know, with the iron sheet, we can even collect clean water for our usage.
Right, with the little rivets, we use the iron top. Does it have
Yeah,
yes,
I think
it has a special design. The roof top have a special design that you put the water pipe around it to collect the when it rains, so that you can collect the water straight to the main tank.
Okay. So there's specific type of roof that you have available to you, this metal type of roof that is designed to collect the rainwater. And then, so what would you have to also get the gutters per se?
Yes, there are special gutters for that. They sell that one also at the factories. There are special gutters for rainwater collection. at the factories. So when we are ready, then we can just buy and fix it.
Okay. Okay. And that seems to be a design that is functional for your climate, like the wind and the rain and all the things that you endure. That seems to be what is the standard there.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what most people do use. The design gutters. That's what many people use.
And then it
So
goes into a barrel or a vat of some sort, right?
Yeah, at times people make these concrete tanks or reservoirs. People also use these poly tanks. They buy the poly tanks and they catch all the roof water into it. And you know, they design in a special way that they can put a net, so that maybe if there is a dirt at the top, coming from the top, the dirt will not enter the main tank. So it will be saved at the top.
Right.
So there's a way people also do that.
How are you wanting it to be done? What would you like to see?
The same thing, because as I don't have, yes, I'm struggling with funding for even the project. So I'm also going by that special local initiative by constructing with the gutters, cash into the poly tank, then use the net, the fine net, to save the water from coming to the top into the main tank. That's what I'm thinking about.
Like a screen.
Yes, so that it will be clean. And even after that, we can still save it, because it will still contain some impurities. So we can still save the water by the water filter you have sent us when the time comes.
Right, right. How many tanks or how many poly tanks are you trying to get?
Okay, actually, I'm trying to get like 3 poly tanks, because you know this is an institute. As time goes on, it will become an institute where people or students will be coming to stay maybe 1 month, 2 months. So we need to reserve water for them. So if I'm thinking about getting at least 5 tanks, so that we can do some overflow. When tanks are full, we can do the overflow to the other 2 or 3 tanks from the roof. Yes, when these ones are full, then the water can be channeled to the other 2 or 3 tanks.
Yeah, I've been thinking lately about collection, and here we get we have like drainage essentially. It's kind of like rainwater collection. Sometimes they'll have like a large parking lot, and then underneath the parking lot, they'll build these structures where the water flows into. And sometimes they're like the size of swimming pools, or larger, maybe the size of your structure, or larger, depending on how much area they're doing. But you can build some pretty large collection areas, because you do tanks, on the poly tanks, you guys use like 55 gallon or something, or how?
We have it in liters. Yes, that's it. That's it. The poly tank contains like liters. You know the number of gallons that it can fill with it.
Yeah, probably 220 or.
It depends the sizes. There are some like 4,005, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 10,000, and the rest. Yeah.
What size do you guys use, or have you thought about using? Is there a?
That's 3,005 and 4,000 and 10,000.
Yeah. And you usually use the 3,000 maybe, or?
Yeah, 3,000 is it will be okay.
Yeah, popular. Yeah.
Okay, so Michael, what I'm hearing you say is you're providing some ideas of how to collect the drainage of water. And I think that's where, when I was talking to Calvin earlier about it's the challenges or the expense to digging. And because of the stone in place, it becomes not that easy to dig. So I think that's where they don't just have the contractors to come out and have their diggers or their whatever they need to
Right.
make
Yes,
a big.
actually, when that happens, you want to make an underground reservoir. You have to get the excavator, the machine to dig for
Right.
you, the excavation machine. So the machine can dig to the length that we want.
Yeah. How much would that cost, Calvin? Just
Okay, for the machine, they charge like 4,000 to 5,000. It depends the size that we want.
yeah.
It
So
depends the size.
it's a bigger grant. It's like
Yeah.
a bigger funding that you'll have to receive to
Yes.
get that project.
But for the polytank, we can get smaller sizes. We can get smaller sizes that we can use. Like when we get the gutters for the roof, the pipes that can connect to the polytank, that one is also simple for the moment. Maybe as time goes by, we can think of doing the excavation where we can get the underground reservoirs.
Right. It's kind of like your stepping stone, first step
Yes.
is getting the building built up. Second step is getting the rainwater collection installed. And then over time, as your nonprofit continues to grow and flourish and gather momentum to raise more funds, you can do more.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I'm looking at the building. So and I know you sent over a list of materials that you need to kind of finish the building.
Yeah, this particular one.
Okay. Something that was mentioned to me, Michael, you mentioned it, was just, and we talked about it, like was the building stability. How's that work over there with, because I know most buildings will have like steel rods that go in like the walls. I'm
Yes,
no building
it's true.
constructor by no means. So
The steel rods are used for this. We are
okay.
going to lay some blocks more. So
Okay.
that is what we call the lintel. So in the lintel, the steel will come. So that to make it very hold, it will make it very strong. So that the lintel, on the top of the lintel, we use the steel rods. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, a lot of times here, like in America, definitely here in Oregon, we use like rebar that goes around, like the bottom and stuff and through the foundation, but sometimes it goes a little bit down into the ground as well, depending on what how they're doing it, what the needs are. But they also go up, usually to around the top of the foundation, essentially. And I'm wondering, I'm just not. I was wondering.
Over here too, they use the weaver for the floor and for the top. But since we don't have money for that, we do the simple construction ones. But the weaver is also there. They do it like mats and they put it on it. But what we are coming to do is like 3 or 4 iron rods, which will be tied from one angle to the other angle before we can put the concrete to hold the down blocks.
Okay. So
you're okay. All right.
How are so? Are you gonna try to attach the rebar to the walls there, or just set it on top?
We set it on the top of this. It will come on the top of this. But right now, this is not tall. So we are coming to put more blocks. So at the top of the last block, that's where we are going to use the rods.
Yeah. And do you guys have holes in those ones to connect that, or just you're just gonna kind of set them on top of it?
It will connect with this. It will connect with this. The rod will connect with this to the top.
Okay, okay, you'll drill in a little bit.
Yes. You know, at times people even put it the four corners of the building.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do that. Yeah, yeah, sometimes they do that.
But because of less funding, that's why I'm doing this simple, but it's also very strong. Like we should put the rods four corners. All the four corners will have pillars. The four corners pillars.
Gotcha.
So that's about 4 inches wide. Is that correct? Those about 4 inches.
This is 4 inches block. 4 or 5
Okay.
inches block. Yes.
Okay. And that's all the way around the outside. 4 inches all the way around. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Okay, Kelvin. So you have a good understanding. I think that's the most important thing is you have an understanding of what works for you and your community with the materials and money that you have access to, while still balancing the structural integrity of the building and doing the best you can to get it to its most stable capacity.
Yeah.
So the top part kind of looks burnt or darker than the lower
No,
blocks.
because of the rain. Because of the rain. You know, I told you it rained.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's why. It got wet.
Just moisture.
It got wet. Yes, it's moisture. Yes, it got wet.
Okay. I see.
So will the grant money that you're going to be receiving, will that be enough funds to complete your building project with the rainwater?
Yes, getting the grant funds will help go a long way with this building.
Will it complete it?
Yes, I think. Although, you know, every day things are going up. But when we receive it as soon as possible, we can make very good use of it. And this particular building will be completed.
What's your labor like? Who's going to be helping you build it?
You know, I have a farm worker here, and he stays in the wooden strata. I showed you a time ago. He's in there. He just came out, but he went in again. So he and some other two guys that I contract, and they help.
Okay. Nice. Okay. It'll be about 4 of you guys total.
How much do you have to pay? I'm just curious, like what?
They take at least 70 cedis. The mason takes 100. The builder, the mason himself.
Yeah, the mason takes 100.
100.
Yes,
is
100.
that a day? Is that an hour?
Yes, a day.
A day. Okay.
A day from let's say from 9 to 3 to 4. 9, 3 or 4. It depends the weather, how hot the weather is. That's how they work.
Okay. Okay. So you got 4 people for
yes, 4.
And then one person's $100 or 100 Ghanaians a day.
Yeah, 100 Ghana cedis and 70 Ghana cedis.
Okay, per day. And then you were saying you were looking for 5 poly tanks.
Yes, 5 poly tanks.
That are 3,000.
3 for catchments and 2 for overflow.
Okay, for 3 for catchments. And then you're looking at the screen or the cloth to go over it to filter.
Yes. That's the net. The net is not expensive. The net is not expensive.
Okay. And then the gutters, and I mean the measurements I'm not going to worry about too much, but you just wanted how many gutters are you going to need?
Okay, at least 5 gutters and about 8 pipes, the PVC pipes.
Okay, so 5
4
gutters.
gutters. 4 gutters.
4 gutters. Okay, 4 gutters and 8 PVC pipes.
Yes, and 8 PVC pipes.
What about the tin roof or your metal roof? How many sheets of those do you need?
The metal roof is 3.5. That 3.5 packets.
3.5 packets. Okay.
Because I'll be making a store attached to this, so they said I should get 3.5 packets.
Okay. Packets.
You're gonna do like a little
And you said?
so you're gonna do a little porch.
Come again?
You said you're gonna do a little porch too on your building, it looks like?
Yes, yes. This is the posh zone. The posh zone will be here.
Okay,
The
then we'll do
porch.
gutters over that.
Should be here, and the store will be. Hello.
Hey, oh. Sorry,
So this is where the posh will be coming, and the store will be
Okay.
here.
Okay.
So 3.5 packets.
Okay. And how many more
Uh,
bricks do you think you're gonna need to do to complete like how much
right
more
now,
cement?
okay, right now with this, I need about 400 blocks. That's the bricks. 400.
400.
400
Yes,
blocks?
400. 400 blocks.
Okay.
With the completion of this and laying this.
Okay. Okay, Calvin, I really appreciate you taking the time to go over your building plans and what you're wanting to do with rainwater collection. It seems like you have a pretty good plan in place with what you want to accomplish. So again, I just appreciate you taking the time to share with us today.
But we have forgotten some few things. That's the nail, the wood for the roof.
Yeah, I know we have that on the material list on
Okay.
yeah, I do have the nails and I do have those specific details already on the project budget list.
Not actually, but I have to get a carpenter specialist to work on that for me again.
Okay, how much do you think that's going to cost?
Even that one, even if we get all like $500, 500 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis, that would be enough for the nails. But for the wood is becoming expensive. So I have to cross-check that again.
Yeah.
I have to cross-check that again.
And that's 2x4s?
Yeah, 2x4, 2x6, 2x2.
2x6, okay.
2x4, 2x6, 2x2.
Okay, 2x2.
And we have one also fascia board. The fascia board is where we are going to put the water catchment system on the fascia board. It will hold the iron sheet at the top and the fascia board.
The Fisher boat holds the water tanks?
No, not the water tank, the PVC pipe. The PVC pipe. You know, you have to nail and put, there's a metallic substance like this, where you put the PVC pipe inside, so that to carry it like this. It will be like this. So it's attached to the fascia board.
Okay.
Okay. And that, again, we talk about this is something that's a design that has been replicated in your community, in your area, and your comfortable at building it, and that's the important piece, is you're comfortable.
Yes. This simple design people even construct in the community. You only see those who have money that are not even in the community put up a very fine buildings, bigger ones aside that.
Gotcha.
But the one I'm doing is just a simple one.
Yeah, you gotta budget, you gotta figure out, you can only do so much with the money that you have at hand.
Yes, that's what exactly I'm working on.
Okay.
I don't want to do something I cannot carry. I just want to go on what I can do with it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, we have about 5 minutes left to the meeting. So again, I just want to thank everyone for being here, and for everyone who is watching or listening. The biggest thing that Kelvin needs help with right now is really some extra funds to get his nonprofit status up to date and get paperwork, all those little things kind of in place, so he can receive a permaculture grant. That way he can proceed further with his building project.
Yes, exactly. That's it. So calling on philanthropists, individuals, churches, anyone at all to come to our aid and give us their love, their support.
Yeah.
And we want to show them that we can do it. We can do it. So they should help us to do more.
And they would be able to probably stay there. They'll be able to house volunteers. Is that correct?
Yes, volunteers, for volunteers. And myself, the main plan that I provided will be a place for me also. I will have a room in that side, so that I can live with the volunteers and everyone that comes here to study at the site.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff, Kelvin. I know we've talked before about, just reaching out to civil engineers and et cetera, but I don't think that's necessary. I think you got it. I think you got your building plan set up. You know what I mean? I think you have it down to what you need to do.
Sure.
I mean, we can always reach out to people. It doesn't hurt to get more help and support. All hands on deck.
Oh, yes. That's also number one. It's very important. Two heads are always better than one. That's why I'm reaching out to you, and you're also reaching out to others. So 2 heads are always better than one. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the more information and more thought, brains working on it will make things better. Usually.
It's like
not all the time.
Nah, we can get off task. But what Kelvin is, I think you're right, Kelvin. It's like, it doesn't hurt to get more thoughts or brains thinking about it and providing their insight and perspective to it. But overall, your talk today, I think, would really show other people specifically what you're trying to do. So it's really useful. So let's say my family could just pull this video up and look at it and really get a good conceptualization of what you're trying to do.
Sure. The video should be shareable for everyone to see what we are trying to achieve and what we are trying to do.
Yeah, and so you have some other little buildings around there. You have a bathroom and a little caretaker's hut there, maybe like a rest area.
The caretaker has no bathroom. Even I'm showing you where he lives.
Yeah.
He has no bathroom. So this just a simple structure made of these palm branches.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes. So he has no bathroom or toilets. The toilet, we use the latrine at the top there. We use the latrine.
Oh my.
Latrine. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe another one closer by would be helpful. How far away is that latrine?
The latrine is not far, but during the night, it disturbs. It's somewhere at the top there.
Yeah.
So maybe the one we will do, we can construct one near the house.
Yeah, that probably would be helpful, I imagine. And yeah, you know, going down, you know, minimum of 6 feet, but you can do, I'm not sure if you ever dug them before, but yeah, and you guys don't have plumbing there. That's not a thing. Is that correct? You guys don't have plumbing, I imagine. Probably not. Right. I mean, I feel like maybe that's a silly question, but you guys don't have plumbing, right? I mean, I think. Yeah.
You know what might be, I know our meeting is gonna be up on the Zoom. And what we'll do is, what I'll do, Calvin, is I'll just call you both on Messenger if we wanna like just kind of finish up our conversation and kind of what we can do in the next few days to help Calvin. So we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna actually conclude the meeting. I just wanna say again, I'm relentless.
Thank you. Thank you.
All.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate you. I love you. I'm thankful. And
Okay.
we can do this, you know.
We can. Yes, we can.
So it's come a long ways. It looks great, brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.
We will talk more soon.
Sounds
Okay.
great. I
Okay.
appreciate you all. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.